There was once a boy named Daniel. He lived in a small town where the days were long and quiet. Every morning the sun would rise over the hills, painting the sky with orange and gold. Birds would sing, the wind would whisper. But Daniel didn't notice these things. He was too busy staring at his phone. From the moment he woke up to the moment he slept, Daniel was scrolling. Videos, memes, games, more videos. Hours would pass like minutes. Days would blur into each other. His room stayed messy. His book stayed closed. His dream stayed silent. Daniel used to be different. He once dreamed of becoming a filmmaker. He loved telling stories. He would imagine scenes in his head and write them in a small notebook. But that notebook was now under his bed, covered in dust. Every time he thought about picking it up, a voice inside whispered, "Maybe later." And so he never did. His parents worried about him. They tried to talk. "Daniel, why don't you go outside? Why don't you work on your stories?" But Daniel always said, "I'm tired," or "just 5 more minutes." But those 5 minutes always turned into 5 hours. One night, Daniel stayed up late again. He watched funny clips one after another until the screen blurred. His eyes were tired, but he couldn't stop. He laughed, but inside he felt empty. After hours of scrolling, he finally looked up. His room was dark. His heart was quiet. For a moment, he felt something strange. Sadness. Regret. He looked at the clock. It was 3:47 a.m. Another night gone. Another day wasted. The next morning, he didn't get up. Not because he was tired, but because he felt lost. He sat on his bed and looked around. His walls had posters of famous directors and quotes about chasing dreams. One poster said, "Don't waste your time. It's the only thing you can't get back." He stared at that line for a long time. It felt like the words were speaking to him. Loud, clear, real. Suddenly, Daniel remembered something. A video he had once seen of an old man crying. The man said, "I wasted my youth. I wasted my time. Now I have money. But no memories, no moments, no meaning." Those words hit Daniel like a storm. He sat in silence. Then he stood up. He reached under his bed and pulled out the dusty notebook. It was still there, still waiting. He opened it and smiled. His old handwriting, his old ideas. Some were silly, some were smart. But they were his. For the first time in months, Daniel picked up a pen. He started writing, one word, then another. An hour passed, then two. The phone buzzed. A notification, a new video, a new distraction. Daniel looked at the screen, then he turned it off. He went back to writing. The next day, he went for a walk. The sun felt warm on his face. The wind touched his skin. He saw kids playing, people smiling, birds flying. The world was alive. He had just forgotten how to see it. Daniel started changing. Slowly, not perfectly. He still had bad days. Days when he wanted to give up. But every time he thought about wasting time, he remembered the old man's voice. He remembered the sadness in his own heart. He remembered how it felt to lose a day and gain nothing. He began filming small videos, simple ones. Just him, telling stories. At first, no one watched. But he didn't care. He wasn't doing it for views. He was doing it for something deeper. for his soul, for his dreams, for his younger self, the boy who once believed. Months passed, his videos got better, his mind became clearer. He laughed more, slept better, lived fuller. One evening he sat on the roof of his house watching the sunset. The sky turned pink, then purple, then dark blue. He thought about all the time he had wasted, but he didn't feel sad because he had changed. He had started again. Time, he learned, is a gift, a precious gift. You can't touch it, can't hold it, but you can use it. And once it's gone, it never comes back. Daniel closed his eyes and whispered, "No more wasting time. Not today, not ever." And from that day on, he lived every moment like it mattered. Because it did. It always had. And so does yours.